Okay, so good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning, good morning.
Uh, so let me share the screen. Okay, is it visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay. So today we will see how we can insert the fake data in our database table, right? So the topic is how to insert fake data into database table, right? So in order to insert the fake data, we have a module called faker. Okay, so there is a module called faker module, right? And how you can use this faker module? So we can install this faker module by using the command pip install faker, right? So let me show you as well. As you can see here, like pip faker. So if you will go here, you will see the command to install this module, which is pip install faker, right? And after that you can generate some fake data. Okay, like you can generate the fake name, right? Fake address we can generate the fake text. So there are lot of functions that is inbuilt in it that we can use in order to get the dummy data or fake data, right? So what is the idea? Basically, we will first create a model. Okay, we will create a model class. Okay, so what we will do, we will create a model class. So inside the models.py, we will create the student model, right? And there will be fields like roll number, okay, then name and course and date. So in these fields we will insert the fake data, right? So once we are done with this model, what we need to do, we need to convert this model class into SQL code. So how we can convert this model class into SQL code? We can write one command which is py manage.py make migrations, right? So this our Python model code will be translated into SQL code. Okay, so from the SQL code, what we need to do, we need to, okay, so we will get the SQL code, right? Now what we have to do, we have to execute this SQL code, right? We have to execute this SQL code. So in order to execute this SQL code, we need to run one more command, because until unless you will not execute this code, you will not get the table in database. So we need to execute it. For execution, we have a command which is py manage.py migrate, right? So when we execute this command, our SQL code will execute and it will create one table in database. Okay, so what it will create, it will create a table. Okay, so let's do the basic steps first. Let's create a Django project and let's create this model, right? And let's follow these steps. Okay, so let me open VS Code. So just create a folder. Day.
Sir, you started recording?
Yes, yes, started already. Thanks. Okay. So this is day 90, and yes. So here we will create our Django project. Right. So there are basics command to create the Django projects like Django admin start project, and the project name is like student. Okay, we can say fake model. Okay, cd fake model. Now just create the application py manage.py start app test app. Right. So we got the test app here. Right. So this test app we have to install in the installed applications. Right. So we have already installed applications. Here we have to install our application as well. Right. Now what is the next step? We have to create the model, and where we will create the model in test app. There is a file called models.py file. So here we will create a model, nothing but we will create just a class. So what is the class name? Class name is a student class, right? And it is inheriting models. Okay, so it is inheriting models.model. Okay, so model is a package name and model is a class name. And here what we required, we need roll number, name, course, and date. Right. So we will write here roll number, and we will write here models dot integer field, and then name models dot character field. So when we are writing character field, we need to give the length. So the max length is like 40. Now next is course. So models dot again character fields, maximum length is 80. Now date, models dot date field. Right. So this is how we have completed our model class, but there is no database table for this model, so we need to create the database table. So we need to run the command which is py manage.py make migrations. Right. So this is what make migrations. So we got the database, right? But you will see there is no table. There is no table in database. Why? Because your model has been converted into MySQL, I mean SQL code, but you didn't execute that converted SQL code. So for executing that SQL code, we need to run this command, then only we will got the tables. Right. So we can write py manage.py migrate. Okay. So if you will see it once. Okay, so we will get student underscore test app underscore student. So here we have table, and we are getting roll number, name, course, and date. Right. But this table is not containing any data. So what we will do, this model we will register in admin panel. Okay, so that from the admin panel we can access this student table, and there is one field called id, which is by default added by the Django. Right. So we have our model, but now we have to register our model in admin. So how to register? Simply first we need to access the model here in admin.py file. So where is our model class? Our model class is available inside the test tab. Inside the test tab we have models.py. Inside the models.py file we have student model. So the same thing we have to write, same location we have to write, from test tab dot models. Okay, so this is the test tab. Inside the test tab there is models. Okay, so inside the model import student. Okay, so inside the model we have student, we are importing. Now we have to register this model. So in order to register this model we can write the command admin.site.register, and here we can write our model name. So what is our model name? Student model. And this is how we have registered, right? So in order to get the access of admin panel we need to create the super user. So how to create the super user? In order to create the super user we have command py manage.py, right? Manage.py create super user. All right, so it is asking name. I'm writing name is admin, email empty, and the password is 123, again 123. Okay, so it is again asking password. Actually I couldn't press y here, that's why it is again asking. So I'm writing here 123 as password, again 123. Yes, I want to go with this short password. Okay, so this is how our model registered in admin panel. Now how we can access the admin panel? First of all we need to run the server. How to run the server? Py manage.py run server. Okay, so here we got the URL where our server is running. Okay, let me run it once again. Okay, so here is the location, localhost 8000. Okay, so our application is running successfully. Now we have to go to the admin panel. So you will see this admin login interface. Here we have to write admin as a password, username, and password is 123. Click on login. Okay, so what we can see here, we can see our student model we are getting, right? So now we have the access of this student model in admin panel. So we can we can click on this, right? And we can insert the data. Like for example, right now I manually I am inserting the data, but with the help of fake module we will insert the data automatically. Okay, so 101, let's say Doraemon, course name is let's suppose PC, and date is let's suppose today. Okay, so now it is representing something like student object 1. Okay, so it is not looking good. We are not able to see like what is roll number, what is name, what is course, what is date. So it is looking weird. So what we can do, we can create here admin class, right? So we can create one student admin. So how to create? We will write def student admin. Okay, so this student admin will inherit admin dot model admin. Okay, actually we don't need to create here function, we have to create here class. So which class? Student admin class, which will inherit admin dot model admin, right? Now here we have predefined variable which is list underscore display. In the list underscore display, if you will mention the field name, it will display. So right now what I mentioned here roll number. So means in admin panel, I want to see the roll number entries. So if you will go here now and if you will refresh, so instead of, okay, why it is not displaying? So let me, okay, we are missing one thing. Actually, we have created this student admin class, but this admin class also we need to register, right? So what we will do after, yes, tell me, student admin, right? So now what we have done, we have registered the student and student admin. Why we are doing this? So that we can see the details. Okay, so right now what it is displaying student object one. But when I refresh it, so instead of displaying the student object one, it is displaying the roll number. But let's suppose I want to see the name, course and date, everything. So we can mention here. Okay, like name I want to see, like course I want to see, and date also I want to see. So we can mention here, right? So now it is displaying roll number, name, course and date, right? So let's suppose I want to get here one search bar. Okay, I want to customize it more. I want to get a search bar. So what can I do here? I can use, for search bar we can use here search fields. Okay, search fields is a predefined variable, so it will ask you like with the help of which attribute you want to search. So I'm saying with roll number I want to search and with course I want to search, right? So if you will refresh it, you will see here one search bar, and here you can search with roll number and name. But as of now we don't have much records, so let's insert one more record, 102. Okay, Mopika and MCA. Okay, so now we have two records. So if we will search here BC and click on search, so it will display only one record. When you will write here MCA, okay, so it is displaying the MCA records. Okay, let's suppose you want to use here filter. Okay, so that also we can use. So we have predefined variable which is list filter. Okay, here we can use it and we can filter it based on the roll number. So if you will go here and if you will refresh, so you will see the filter. Okay, so with the help of roll number you can filter, right? And if you want to show the count, so you can click on it. Okay, so like that we can customize our admin panel. But now let's see how we can insert the fake data. For inserting the fake data, after the manage.py we need to create one file which is fake.py. Okay, so what I'm creating just a Python file, right? So in order to use the faker module, what we need to do, we need to install it. So how to install it? This is the command pip install faker. Just click on this and come here and paste the command and press enter. Okay, so I have already installed this command, that is why it is displaying requirement already satisfied. Okay, so anyway, now what we have to do, we have to import this faker class. Okay, so what we will say, from faker import faker, and we are creating the object of this faker class. So let's just copy these two lines and paste it here, right? So will it generate our fake, will it generate the fake name? So let's write print here fake dot name, and let's see whether it's generating fake name or not. So how we can execute this file? So in order to execute this file, we will write here python and file name fake.py. So it is generating the name, it has generated the fake name. Let me use here fstring so that we can clearly see it. So here I will write the string and here I will write the executable statement, right? So if I will run it once again, so now it is displaying name and the name. Let's suppose I want like I want to create it in the form of function, like where I mention I want to generate these many names. Accordingly it should generate. So what I will do, I will create here one function def generate. This is a normal function I've created, and I'll keep this statement inside the function, right? And I will call this function, right? So I have called this function, but what I need to do, I have to ask user how many times you want to uh, run this. I mean, how many times you want fake entries. So I will take input, enter number of records. Okay, so this input return is string, so we will convert that string into what? Integer, right? And this n may hold 3, 4, 5, any integer value. We are passing this integer value in generate, but this generate function is not receiving any argument, any parameters. So we need to write here n. Okay, so n will pass in generate and it will receive, right? For example, user given the number which is 5, so 5 times we have to generate the name. So what I need to do, this statement I have to loop it 5 times. So for loop it 5 times, what I will do, I will use for loop for I in range. And what is the range? N. N is a range, and inside this I will keep. So what it will do, it will generate name 5 times. Okay, so this is just a normal function I've created where I have written the for loop, and for loop is for repetition. And based on what? It will repeat based on what? Based on the user choice. So user choice will store in n, and n will received by generate, and generate will give n to the range, and accordingly it will generate the fake names. So let's see it's working or not. So let's run the python file. So it is asking how many records you want to insert. So let's suppose five names. So it is giving how many names? 5 names, right? So let's suppose we don't want to generate only the name, we want to generate the roll number as well. What is our requirement? What is our requirement? Our requirement is we have to generate roll number, name, right? We have to generate the course, we have to generate the date. So these many fake fields we have to generate. Okay, so instead of printing it, what I will do, I will write here, okay, fake dot. Okay, so what I need to generate, actually let's write that first, fake roll number. I'm just creating the variable. Okay, next we want fake name, then we want fake course, then we want fake date, right? Now, so we already know how to generate the fake name. So in order to generate the fake name, we will write fake dot name. So we will get the fake name. Now how to get the fake roll number? So in order to get the fake roll number, we have random integer. Okay, so fake dot random. Okay, random int. So in this random int, we have to write two things. One is minimum value and the maximum value. So what is the minimum value? Minimum is like 100 and the maximum is, okay, 999 is maximum, or you can give any number. It's not a problem, right? And separated with comma. So it will generate the fake number, fake roll numbers within this range. Now we have codes. Now how to generate the codes? So it cannot generate the codes actually. So what we will do, we will create the list of codes and we will select codes randomly. So let's suppose I'm creating the codes list. Okay, so codes is like BCA, okay, MCA, BTech, MTech, right, BBA, BA, okay, MBA, MA, right? So these many courses we have. So what I will do, I will give any random course in this course field, right? So how we will select the random? So we will write here fake dot random element, right? So with the help of this random element we can select. So in this random element we have to mention elements and we will write the course, like from where you want to select the element. So the random element we want to select from this course list, right? Now date. So fake dot date, right? So it will generate the fake date, right? So this is how we got the fake roll number, fake name, fake codes and fake date. But the problem is this fake.py file, we have created it manually. It is not provided by the Django, right? So Django server don't aware about this fake.py file. So what we need to do, we need to do the environment setup. So whenever we install the application in our system, so our system may not recognize our file. So that time what we do, environment variable setup. Okay, similarly here also for this fake.py file we need to do environment setup. So how we can do the environment setup? We can go to the fake module configurations file. Here we will get the wsgi file. From wsgi file we can copy this import os, okay, and inside the fake.py file we can keep this. So what we are doing basically environment setup. Next is os.environment set default. This line we have to copy and paste it here. Okay. Now next is we have to import Django. Okay. Next we have to write Django.setup. So this is how we have done the environment setup.
Hello.
Yes, yes.
Can you repeat that why you written os.environment.set
Basically we are doing the environment setup because this file is created by us. So Django server will not recognize this file. Basically what we have to do, this fake data we have to insert to this database table, right?
Okay.
So in order to access this database table to this file fake.py, we need to do the environment setup. Like
It will update. No, we have some records inside database, and if you use the faker module, it will completely replace or it will keep the previous records also.
it will keep the previous record as
Okay.
well. Yeah. But as of now, it is not doing anything because we haven't write the statement to insert the data in the table. As of now, it is just generating the
That means to
fake
execute
entries.
the faker module, then we use OS dot that environment, right?
Yes, yes, yes. Correct. All right. So here we will write one ORM command to insert the data into the model. But see, this file is not have the access of our student model. So what we will do, first of all, we need to access the student model as well. So from tested, and we have models, import what student, because this fake data we have to insert into the student, no? So that is why. Now what I will do here, here we have student dot objects dot get or create. Okay, so this is a command get or create. It will insert the record in the table. So we have roll number, we have name, we have course, and we have date. So in the roll number field, we have to insert fake roll number. In the name field, we have to insert fake name. In the course, we have to keep the fake course. And in the date, we have to write fake, right? So this is what we have to do, right? So if everything is good, if there is no error in this code, it will insert the record. Okay, so let's execute this file, which is fake.py, right? So just click on enter. Now it will ask how many records, 10 records. Okay, uh, okay, there is no success message. Let's write one success message as well. Okay, record inserted successfully. Okay, but we already inserted the record the moment we hit the command, the moment we run this command, and when we have inserted 10 here, means 10 record already inserted in database. Let's see, let's check. So right now we have two records as of now. Okay, so we have two records, but let's refresh it and let's see. Okay, so for seeing this we need to run the server. Okay, so as we can see how many records we have 12 records. So means it is not overriding, it's not overriding, it's just inserting, right? Okay, so this is how we inserted the record. And if you want to insert more records, what we can do, we can stop the server by pressing Ctrl plus C, and we can run the file once again, which is fake.py, and we can say like I want more 50 records. So what it is saying, inserted. Okay, or you can more customize it, you can say 50 record inserted successfully, like that you can display any message. So now we have huge records, huge data, but unfortunately I forgot to run the server. Let's run the server and see once again. Okay, so we are getting these many records. Okay, all right, now what we have to do, we will display this records on UI. Yes, am I audible? Okay, so now what we have to do, we have this data. As you can see here, we have this many records. Now we have to display this record on UI. Currently on UI, what we are getting when we are writing localhost, we are getting this default page. So what we have to do basically, instead of this, we will create one view, which through we will display this data on UI. So for displaying the data on UI, what we will do, we will create templates. Okay, like what we have to do, basically we have student data. Okay, so we have student data, right? So this student data we will fetch the student data. And how we can fetch the student data? With the help of view. So we will create the view. Okay, we will create one view. In view we will write the ORM query. Okay, so due to laptop overheated, I was logged out from my screen. So
Yeah, no problem. No
yeah,
problem.
so what we will do now, we have student data.
Sir, can you show the Faker module once? Faker module.
Yeah, sure, sure. Yes, here is the faker module.
So you add the records inside okay, get or create function, right?
Yes, yes.
Oops. Okay, okay. So, sir, can you explain how to connect with the Faker module to the database?
Yes, yes. Simply what we have done, we have to do the environment setup first. Then we have to access the model, right? After accessing the model, we should have this function ready, which is generate fake data. Once we have once we have fake data ready with us, what we can do, we can call this student dot objects dot get or create. Okay, so it will get or create the records. So what it will do, in the roll number attribute, it will keep the fake roll number. In the name attribute, it will keep the fake name. So like that, those many fields are available in your table. So all the fields name you can mention and it can
Okay,
provide the fake data,
okay,
right? You can do practical it, and you can do more customization on it. It's not problem. So now what we are going to do, we have student data. We will Okay, so we have student data. Now what we will do, we will fetch this student data. So we will create one view. Okay, so with the help of view, inside the view we will write ORM query. Okay, so in ORM query we will write the statement which will fetch the record of the students, right? And that records we will forward to the template. Okay, so that records we will forward on templates are nothing but HTML files. Okay, from this view what we can do more, we can generate the, we can say, JSON data. Okay, so we can give JSON response as well. Whatever data we have, we can show that data in the form of JSON. So first of all, what we need to do, let's do the template setup first. Okay, so for set up the template, what we can do, inside the faker module, we'll create one uh, folder called templates. In this folder, we will create our application folder. Our application name is test, right? Now we have to configure this. So where we will configure this templates inside the settings. So after this base dir, we will create one variable which is template dir, which will hold the path of our template folder. Okay. Now just we need to register this in templates directory. So here we have templates and here we have muted variable name. Okay, so we have configured. Now what we have to do, we will create the view. Okay, so where we need to create the view, we'll create view in test app. In test app we have views.py. So here we will create the view. So which view we need to create? We'll create the student view. Okay, so def student and the request. After that, what we will do, we will fetch the record. So in SQL, what we write, basically we write in SQL select star from student. But in ORM, okay, this is what SQL. But ORM, what we will write, we will write here student dot object, right? Student dot objects dot all, right? So we will use here ORM query to fetch the student record. So we will write here student dot object. But what it is saying, it is saying student is not defined. So we need to access the student from test app models import student. Okay, so now it is not displaying any warning. Okay, so this is how it will select the student records and we will store inside a variable called students. Right. Okay, now we will return the response, return and render request, and in the test we will create one file which is, let's suppose, index.html, right? And we can send this student data as a dictionary. So means I will write here key which is students and value is also students, right? So we have to send on this index.html file. So let's go to the templates and inside the template test type is there. Here we need to create index.html, right? And here let's suppose I'm writing HTML boilerplate, HTML colon 5. Okay, so I am writing here h1 student records. Okay, so for this we need to create the URL. Not for this view. We have this view now. So how user will access this view? So we need to create one URL. So let's create the URL. So for creating the URL, we should have here urls.py file. So urls.py, right? And inside the urls.py file, we'll write this code. So let's go to the URL. So this is the application level URL. Okay, so we don't need to use admin. Okay, and here we will create our own URL. So the URL is what? Let's suppose student. Okay, so here we need to access the that view file from test import views, because inside the views we have views. Which view we have created? What is the view name? Student. Let's write here student view for more clarity. Okay, so now student view. Okay, now this URL, this application label URL, we have to keep in project label URL. Okay, so we will use here one more. We can say we need to use here include. Okay, so path, and we will include. So RestAPI.urls. Okay, now let's check whether it's working or not. So let's run the server. Okay, so py manage.py run server. Okay, so it is running. Let's refresh it. It is saying we have student endpoints. Let's go to the student endpoint. Student. So it is displaying the student record. Okay, so let's write the condition. It should display this heading when student records are available. So how we can write the condition? We can write here Django template code if, okay, if students are available means this condition is true, then only display this heading. Otherwise, what it should display? Else it should display no record found. Okay, now what we have to do? We have to end the if. Let's write here end if. Right. So this is simple conditions we have, right? So as of now, okay, so it is displaying student record. Why? Because student records are already available. But let's write some CSS also. Okay. Uh, okay. So let's give here ID. Okay. I'm writing green, and here ID I am writing red. So let's write here CSS. So when this is the green, background color green. Okay, and then we have red ID. So background color is what? Red, and color is white. So text color is white and background color is red. Here also color is white. Okay, so let's see whether CSS is applying or not. Yeah, so it is displaying in green because we have record. Let's suppose if I am deleting all the records, if I delete all the records, okay, yes, I want to record all, I want to delete all the records. So now let's refresh. What it is displaying? No record found, right? Okay, so let's suppose if you want to insert the record, so what we need to do, we need to run the which file? Faker, fake.py. Okay, we have already fake.py file is there. We have to run this. And how many records you want to insert? 10 records. Okay, so 10 record inserted. Let's check on database. Yes. uh, okay, so let's run the server first. Okay, now let's see 10 records are displaying here. So what message it should display now? Student record, but it is not displaying the student record. So we have to write the code to display the student record. So generally you can display in the form of card, you can display in the form of a table. So the easy method is table, so I am displaying in the form of table. right? So what I will do, I'll create here one table. Inside the table we have t head, right? And we have table body, t body. Okay, so inside this we have basically what we write in table. We write table.
Context.
No, we can write here table row, and simply we can write here table heading. Okay, how many headings we want? Multiply it by those many numbers, 4. So first is for roll number. Second is for name. Third is for course, and next is for date. So let's see whether we are getting the structure or not. Yeah, we are getting the structure, but it is not in the form of table. So let's write here border 2. Okay, also write the cell padding. Cell padding is like 10. So now refresh it. So we are getting this kind of structure. We can increase cell padding more, like 30. So 30 is not good. Okay, 20 is fine.
Increase the width also, sir.
Yes, later we can write the CSS to handle it. Okay, as of now, let's fetch the record. Okay, inside the T body. So what we need to do, we need to iterate to the records. Okay, so what we will do, we will write the for loop here because we have more than one record. If you will see here, we don't have only one record to display, but more than one record. So what we can do, we can use here for loop. So we use for loop like this for student in students. Okay, so this students is nothing but dictionary we are sending from views. What we are sending, we are sending students. Okay, so this is the students which is having more than one record, but this student is having only the single student record. Okay, here we are talking about one student, and here we are talking about many student. So from many student it will fetch one student. Okay, that one student we have to display. Let's end the for as well. And for. Okay, so here what we have to do, basically we have to create one row, tr, table row, and inside the table row how many td we need to create? 4 td. So td multiply 4, right? So now we have to display the roll number, name, okay, whatever records are available. So we need to write this. Whenever we inject the variable data, we use double curly braces, right? Now here we will write student dot name, student dot roll number. Here we will write student dot name, and here we will write student dot course. Here we will write student dot marks, not date. Okay, so this is how we are inserting the data in the UI table. Okay, so let's see whether it's, yeah, so it is getting all the records, right? If you want to apply more CSS on it, you can apply. But let's suppose if we delete this, all the, okay, all the selected record, if we delete, then what it will display? So here it will display no record found. And if you want to insert the fake data,
Sir,
yes,
hello.
yes.
Sir, when will fake module execute after manage.py run server or migrations?
Come again, please.
When will the faker module is executed?
When a faker module will execute first time before running the server, we will execute the faker module. So only one time we will execute it. The faker module work is to insert the data in the table, that's all. So right
That
now
means
we,
we need to execute manually the module.
yes, yes, right.
Uh,
Otherwise, you can
okay,
insert the data by yourself. Okay, because
okay,
in this
okay.
faker module, we have written the script to insert the data, fake data, so that we don't need to manually insert.
Can you run one more time? Can you run one more time?
Yes, yes, we can run. So you can write py fake.py. Right here, I am writing 200 records. Okay, so 200 records inserted. Let's run the server once again. Okay, so let's see here on admin panel. So it's displaying 100 records.
No need to write migrations and migrate.
No, 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 because migration is used to create the structure of the table. Okay,
Okay,
from
okay,
model to SQL code it is generating.
okay, okay.
Right? Then migrate is what? Creating the database table. So we have structure and database table both, so we don't need. Okay, so we can
Okay, that means before starting only we created the table. We just inserting the data into the
yeah,
table, right?
yes, yes,
Okay, okay.
right. And there is one more thing, we can create one JSON view which will send the data in the JSON format. So let's create one, like what we can do, we can create the separate view for the JSON. Okay. So let's send the JSON response as well. So def student underscore, we can say JSON view. Okay, then request. Okay, so here what we can do, we can write here ORM query, right? So students, we have student is the model. Okay, objects dot all, right? And here we will write value. Okay, so value, we are writing value so that it will provide us dictionary. Okay, now we will convert this dictionary into what? List. And how to create the list? So we will use inbuilt list method. Okay, because we have to display list of object, that's why we are converting into the list. And what we can do, we can return the JSON response. Return. Okay, so for returning the JSON response, we should add here from Django.http import JSON response. Okay, so here also we will write JSON response and student list. Okay, so for this view, let's create one URL. So let's write here path, and what we can do, we can give any URL here, like student API. Okay, views dot student JSON, right? So let's suppose if you want to gather the JSON data, so that is also you can do. So local host 8000. So student API. Okay, so what we have written here, student API.
Sir, actually, you didn't. It converted into JSON. JSON, you convert. We need to convert that object, that the dictionary object or array object to JSON.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay, okay. I got it.
We have a method called JSON dot something.
Mhm. But
I
simply,
forgot it.
yeah, yeah. You are talking about deserialization and serialization. Okay, so JSON response, what we can do, we can send this as a dictionary. Okay, so where we can write here student underscore list is a key and student underscore list as a value. So now let's check whether it's working or not. Yeah, so now we are getting the list of object. Okay, so this is what list of object. So this is JSON data we are getting. Okay, and this is UI. On UI also we are getting, and this is on admin panel, right? So we have admin panel, we have UI, and we have JSON response as well. Okay, so I think that's all for today's lecture. Just practice it. Let me just push this on GitHub. So,
Hello?
yes, yes.
Why previously didn't executed, now it is executed?
Sorry.
Previously, when you want to fetch the data, it is unable to do that, right?
Yeah, because
Now now you got,
it was asking the data in the dictionary format. Earlier we were not sending the data into the dictionary format.
but in real time, we need to convert it to JSON, right?
Yes, but here basically what is happening, when we are fetching the data from the database, it is coming as a dictionary, right?
Mm,
And then what we have done, we have converted that dictionary into the list.
mm,
Okay, like a JSON serialization we create like that. So when we are returning this as a JSON response, so it is not accepting the list. That time we need to make as a dictionary object, and we have to send.
okay, okay.
Okay, maybe it might not clear to you, but once you will practice by yourself, and then definitely you will get the answer.
So there are two methods called to convert JSON into Python and Python to JSON
Yes, yes, this
dictionary.
is this is REST API concept. We will learn that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you make me remember that method? What you use JSON dot loads, right? JSON dot load, JSON dot dump.
Yes, yes. Dumps and loads. So it will create,
Yeah.
what it will do. It will convert like your object. I mean,
The query set to JSON.
yes, yes. Basically, it convert the Python object into the like JSON object. I'm also being
Mm.
confused in it. I have to check that. All right.
JSON dot loads will convert to Python and dump is convert to JSON.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. So that's all.
So
Yeah.
sir, when during REST framework, definitely JSON should be there, right? No Python data, right?
Yes, JSON will be there and Python will be there.
No, when you here you directly display the Python data dictionary,
Mm-hmm.
but when you install Django REST framework,
Mm-hmm.
definitely we need to convert the Python data into JSON, and that then only it will show the data
Yes,
during REST
yes. That
framework,
time
right?
we will use dumps and loads,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
right?
Okay.
So dumps we will get the JSON and loads we will get Python. Like that we will.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.